Okay, we're back. Had to go grab a few shift forks. So we got a box of them over here. These are negatives, these are plus. I remember we were screwing on forks before where they weren't matching up to what we needed. That one's bad, obviously. This looks like the same one I've already got. That's a negative. There's another brand here. So, we were having different numbers here. Even though they were all saying the same thing, they were all coming out different, as I recall last time I did this. It was a while ago. So I'm going to go ahead and try different ones of these and see if these are all the same or not. So your dimensions are the distance between this edge here and this locator is what changes on these between the different ones. So if you measure it like this, theoretically you can figure out what they are. That one's 72 thou. This one's 27. That's a big difference there. So this is supposed to be a 20. This is supposed to be a plus 20, but it's not even near what this one here is, which is a 20 also. So maybe it looks like it's a plus, but maybe it's supposed to be some other number. So anyway, this is like 2639. You can also see how this is below the surface right here. See how this one's just about flush? So this one's considerably taller. So this one here is totally different. It's not marked correctly. So which one were we using? We're using this one here. It's about 62. It's about the same as this one. Yep. About the same when it pops off the edge. Okay. 6230. This one here is about 30. So this is 30 thou difference. So this is like a minus 10. What's this here? It's a 20. There's a minus 10 right there. This one's about 34. So, not quite the same. This one's a minus 5. There we go. 28. Where's the one that was different? This one? There we go. This one's like 26. So this one here that is marked 20 is actually a minus 5. Going by this one here. This is -5 on it, see? That's probably why whenever I used one of these forks it never came out correctly. Because these are wrong. It's always nice when the stuff's made wrong. So this is a -5. -5. -5. -5. If you put enough thought, you might see that. Because it's marked 20 plus. 25 thou different. All right. So these are 30. We got one left. These usually don't work very well. They're not usually made correctly. So I don't like using them if I don't have to. These are some more of these other ones that are. These are -20. What the hell? We got -20s and +20 bucks. Yeah, it's a -20. See how far down it is over on this side? That's way down there. Yeah, we're under 400 on this one. Somebody's mixing up my ports. I'm going to do it on caliper. So we're trying to find one that's the longest one here. Okay, this is 66. 58. 62. 62. So here's we got our 20. And what's this one over here? 64. And this is our 30 plus 30. And that's at 70. So that's our longest. That's the most we're going to get. This one measures pretty long also. It's also marked as being bad. Usually means they bind up. If these aren't perpendicular to the shaft, they get binding issues, especially if they got a twist in them. So I don't know if that's actually what's going on or the offset's wrong. It's just marked bad. Double question mark because we don't know. So let's find out. Before that goes back together, they have shims that go up under here. And are we fighting a shim? If we're trying to defeat the purpose of a shim, it's easier to take the shim out than keep fighting it. I think there's a shim under there. I think it has a shim. Okay, so let's find out. So you pull out the bolt here, it'll tell you if there's a shim. Wasn't quite that tight. This is like a 7/16 bolt. It's definitely under a load. Threads aren't happy. Could be because there's a spring on it pushing on it. I feel like it's more than that though. It just feels like the threads aren't happy. Or it's got a little Loctite on it. It's the same feeling. No, it's not Loctite. See how that first thread has been flattened out right there? That's usually what causes problems like that. Okay, this comes off. See if there's any kind of a shim on here. Nope. Just the machining marks is what I was seeing. Looks like there's something there. Still looks like there might be. So you see an edge, but that's aluminum you're looking at there. It's not a shim. Just machining. Same on this one. So this piece here is made too tall. It needs to be machined down here. I've actually machined some of these doors down here before in my life, but pretty rare. So this one here is the overall height of this is too tall. This piece is an aftermarket piece because it's made out of steel instead of aluminum. So it's made wrong. Troc used to make these. I guess that's what that says there. It's Troc. But they made it wrong. It's too damn tall. So that's what we're fighting. Alright. That's probably what we had a standard in the other one. I think this one was standard. Yeah. Usually these are -20. This is standard. So this whole thing is 20 thou too tall. That's probably how it is. Alright, so we're going to try my 30 and see if that works. So I'm just going to put it all back together. That thread definitely is not happy in there because it's crushed. Alright, so we're going to go try putting a dye on that. See if we clean it up. Scooby, you're in my way. Scooby likes being in the way. Alright, so we come over here to our machine facility. That sounded pretty fancy, didn't it? We pull a 7/16 coarse thread dye off the pile. So you have dyes lined up there. There you go, 7/16 die. Ooh, appears to have a bad spot right there in the first thread. What a shocker. Yeah, it's tight. You just happen to have a vise laying around right here. There we go. Oh, look at that. Appears to have a tight spot there at the top. Yep. Tight spot's gone. There we go. More yet. you've got everything laid out nicely up here. It makes it easy to find stuff. You do it quickly. We have to fight looking for stuff. See how they're all lined up? I don't have to find a course figured out, but they're all lined up. So it's quarter, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16 and half in the back. And then your tabs, you got all your little small ones, and they will progressively get bigger as you go up. So they're all kind of in order a little bit. But fine and coarse are kind of mixed together. So it helps to lay your tools out so you can find stuff easily. You don't have to fight around looking for stuff. It helps. Scooby moved. Look at that. Yeah, Scooby moved. Scooby likes being hit with everything. See, now he's in the way of the tripod. Did you move your butt? I have to move my butt. Not my butt, his butt. Alright. Camera's too loose, it's falling down. Okay, so now we turn this. Now let's see if it goes in easier. So this lock tab goes in one of the little holes, and one of these two here folds up to keep it tight. Goes in a lot easier now. Imagine that. If we ever took that bolt out before, damaged it. Tighten it up a little bit. So now you gotta figure out which one of these lock tabs you're gonna fold over. I think that one there is probably the best one to use. Just gonna whale it right there. There you go. Simple. Okay. Appears we lost a gear. It resembles this one. Boom. It's back. Okay, where's the one that was marked? Bad. Let's see here. Ooh, that is a little bit taller than the other one. Yeah, not really. It's hard to measure these. I think that's going to help us any. We'll go right to our 30 and hope it works. First thing to do, you want to make sure it fits in the gear. Appears to fit in the gear. That's the first thing we want to know. Next thing, you want to make sure the bushing fits on there correctly. That appears to be working also. A little grease on there just for the hell of it. Okay. Put up in the neutral. Take your other fork, stick it down in the groove where it belongs. Fill in. Guess this side must be tighter than the other side. Okay. Back again, Scooby. Okay. Things are a lot tighter now. Now we got our two washers here. They make these from 65 to 100. This is 100 and 100, so it's got two 100s in there. Those are the biggest ones. That's a lot of washers. No wonder we got such a small washer on the other side. So we need to drop about 20 off that number, if not 30. I'm thinking about 30. So we come over here and get a few washers. So it should be 65, 75, 85, and 100. Should be how they're all laid out. So we'll try this one here. Should be a 75, so that should drop 25 off. See, it's marked 75 even. Ooh. Wonder who did that. What's up, Scooby? Are you looking for somebody? Who are you looking for? There's somebody over there bothering you? Oh. It's past his dinner time. See, it's 8 o'clock over there. He gets testy when you don't feed him. Alright, so there's the thinner washer. I'm going to grab one of these other ones. I go with this one. The more rounded side I'm going to put inside the gear. The new sharp one I'm going to put against the counter shaft over here. Okay. Let me take a look, see what we got. So you can see how close that is there now. Now you want to see how close this one is here when you move it up. I don't know if you can see that or not. So you put it over here next to a gear, you can see it better. So this one's almost touching over here now. This fork's pretty loose. See how loose it is? You see if I move the fork up, see how the gear moves up? So it's about equal, I think. I don't know if you can see all the numbers, but okay, we're going to call that pretty close. Okay, so we gained 25 thou. We were negative still over there something, we don't know how much. So I'm going to put the same thin washer back in there. I think we're going to have about 15 thou in play, but that'd be a guess. Don't know for sure. Strictly a guess. Okay, so we're going to poke this in the hole there. Slides in nicely. Making a mess. Sounds pretty solid. Ooh, a lot of in-play. Okay, I'll go ahead and bolt it this time. We'll definitely have in-play now. Somebody's sneaking in the front door over there. Uh-oh. The virus alert. Did it let you surf yet?
I don't know.
Still illegal?
I don't know. I've just been doing other stuff.
Oh. Thought they're going to open up the beaches here in a day or so.
Are they? That's the first I've heard. What's up, Scooby?
Someone's opened beaches up. Maybe it's in Georgia or Florida.
Well, it's going to be a shit show. So, probably good to avoid that.
Look at that.
Oh, and everything's in there? Is that the final assembly?
Ooh, it's got in-play. Told you it's going to have about 15 thou. Yeah, it's got about 15 thou. That's good. I like it loose. We'll tighten up 5 thou and see what happens. Now we go over and check this one over here. Yeah, it's about the same. Yep, they're about equal. Now on a late bike, you got to push this all the way in and check your in-play. On an early bike, this comes all the way out. See the clearance in the bearing there? See, that gives you a false number. Now, if I do it like a late bike, it's probably too tight. So you push in on this side here, and you feel your in-play. We have none. Now, if you pull that to the left and do it, we have in-play. So we have no in-play. So when the chain's going in here, we don't know if it's going to track in, out, or just float. If it tracks out or just floats, we're okay. But if it goes in, we have no in play. We're going to burn up that washer over there. So I'm going to take out at least 5 on that side. I'll add 5 over here. That way we're going to definitely have in play on that side when this is all the way in. Because I never trust this stuff not being a problem. So we probably should take out 10 over there to make sure it's good enough. Yeah, we'll use one of those 2 numbers. Alright, more junk. This is supposed to be the easy part. It's about as easy as everything else. Not.
How many times have you pulled that thing in and out?
Oh, I don't know. Less than the cam cover.
Oh. Well, that's not saying a lot.
But more than splitting the cases. No, I think I split the cases more than the trannies before. The cases were apart a lot. Everything's been apart a lot. Okay, we get bearings or not? Oh, it all fell apart. A million pieces.
Oops.
Yeah, the bearing stayed in there. That's good. More gooey. Keep getting more greasy for some reason. Yeah, it was 3 times in a row. No bearings. I'm shocked. Okay, so there's our 2 washers. Ah, full of grease. Okay.
Is that the clutch that you're using here?
The what?
Is that the clutch you're using?
Yeah. Okay, we got 25 thou on this one. This one was 22, I think. Yeah. So that's only going to take up a couple thou. Ain't taking out much. This one's 30. That's 8 thou coming out. That's too much. $24.5. $24.5. Seems like 24.5 is the number. Okay, so we're gonna go with that one. This one was 24.5. This one was only 21. We didn't change it by much. That's all we're gonna get. This one was 35, which is way too much. 40. 35. Okay, this one here, 55. Oop, gone. There you go. Did I get any grease on there? Nah. Or dirt. We got to grease it already. Okay, so this is how much?
55.
That's it. Probably about here. Yep, that's 55. So we can take out 5 to a 50. I can take out 40. They don't have a 45. We'll take out 5 and see what happens. Yeah, I knew there was one they didn't make. Yep, that'd be the one. Okay. Like that. Alright, bearings are still in there. Can't get used to how easy that goes together.
That's a real good trick with the hammer on the tranny sprocket shaft.
Beat the hell out of it with a hammer? Yeah, that's my favorite trick.
It's better than trying to get the trap door off with a screwdriver.
Yeah, over here, yeah.
Yeah.
We've actually cut notches up under there to go from this way, and in here to come from this one.
Mm.
At the racetracks, you just pull it out here without having to pull a bike apart. What a pain in the ass that is trying to do. We never had to pull one of the tracks yet.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
Smitty.
what's up, Smitty? Good to see you.
Yeah, how you been?
Pretty good.
Why's your bike whining so much?
What?
Your bike was whining a lot.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. I just ride the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All I hear whining is you.
That's
My
right.
bike whining.
That's right. No whiner. Nothing but whiners around here.
How you been?
Good. No complaints there. Still working.
Yeah, same.
That's a plus.
Same
All
here.
right. What do we got here? It rotates.
How nice is it riding with no
Ooh,
traffic?
that got a lot tighter.
You know, everybody tells me there's more idiots out there.
Well,
you know?
yeah, it's like there's no one out, but whoever you run into is a dumbass.
Well, my thing is, my thought is that the sane ones are staying home, and me and all the other idiots are out there. Yeah. What up?
All right, so we still have no in-play here. The other thing is this does not want to rotate inside of this gear. The whole assembly rotates freely, but when you hold this and try to rotate this, it doesn't want to rotate. It's binding. Not sure why. This in-play here got really, really close.
There we go. I thought we were social
See
distancing.
how close it is? It's barely moving. So that got tight. So we got a trick for tightness. You know what tricks are for tightness?
Oh,
hammer.
how's the little guy doing? They're fun.
Beat him with a hammer. It increased. I just took that thin wash and buckled it like that. Okay, so what's going on over here? Okay, so now this one freed up.
Looks like it.
Now this one's not binding.
That's what I said. I just took a job. It was slow. I thought, well, shit, I'll call it. And I thought, a while, and then I decided, oh, fuck, I'm just going to go home.
Okay, this one here.
Yeah. I blew out of there at...
They got no in-play in it. Alright, so we have a lot of in-play this way, nothing this way.
Yeah.
The next shim is 10 thou less. Yeah, I don't know.
That's too much though, huh?
It binds up a little bit right there.
Built in the back. You got 4 bikes back out.
Comes and goes when it binds. Well, you have a lot of in-play already in it, but
Yeah, you should.
it's just when you push it all together,
You just walk around the
yeah,
back.
you don't have much.
You know, around back behind the garage, you'll see that there's other setup all going. He's there.
It's quite a bit more, because I'm the, it's hard to see what I'm doing there. So I don't know if you can see right in here. When I push on this side over here and push on this side here, you see I'm going back and forth quite a bit. Is that clearance the same as this clearance? So it looks like it's a little bit more this way. So I'd have to take out 10 thou of this washer to stop all that binding. So that's a toss-up on what to do on this one because of the different style design. All right, we're done because Smitty's talking way too loud. Be back.